Ayan, anything and everything that makes FEU, FEU. Welcome to our third episode. Ako po si Nathan Sison and welcome po sa Tam Out Loud. Ayan, ngayong araw na ito ay pag-uusapan natin ng iba't ibang perks and privileges na tila hindi alam ng mga FEU na pwede nilang gamitin dito sa ating universidad. At ito ay naglista kami ng top 3 ng mga privileges na ito. At una nga dyan ay ang electronic library. Alam nyo ba, marami sa atin ang hindi alam na nabigyan sila ng 40 hours na allowed time sa e-library upang gamitin ang internet na ito. At para mas malinawan tayo kung ano nga ba itong privilege na to, mabuti pa panuorin natin ito.
The FEU library is now a vital, a vital instrument in the teaching learning process of the university.
Okay.
As Dean Chavez said during the tuition consultation, the library is the place where you can do everything except eating. And you know that it's not allowed here. So we have several sections here. We have the showcase of the library, the special collections room, where we have the conservation and preservation of the exhibits, the rare books, and also the Dr. Mutinola World War II collection. And if you have time, you can visit that special collections room. Then we have a very a very good, acquisitions program, collection development. It's well budgeted. All institutes are given allotment every year. So, for this year, there was a year now we were given around 25 million for the acquisitions of books and materials. It went down this year because of the renovation of the building. As you can see, it has changed a lot. Yeah, and that renovation cost, about more than 70 million. With new furnitures, conducive for study and learning. And the second important, section is circulation. We have more than 120,000 volumes of books for circulation. Yung circulation, that means you can bring the books home. And inside circulation, you have also the reserve collection. Now we do allow students to bring that also out, those books, the reserve books, and good for 1 week. And you can borrow four books.
Yes, for undergraduate students, they can borrow 4 books.
Yes,
for 1
they
week.
are all undergrad. But the graduate students are allowed
5
books. And the faculty, so they are prepared for their teaching, whatever, are given
6 books.
6 books
Good for
a
1
month. Yun yung mga changes. Before, how many books and overnight, diba? Now, you can bring out the books for photocopying at the second floor. And then we have the Filipiniana collection. We can also say that our Filipiniana collection is one of the most extensive Filipiniana collection in the country. We have, best here.
Ayan ang ating ika-top 3 ang library services ng ating university. And now, para sa ika-top 2 ngayon, alam naman natin ang mga online sites na maaaring magamit natin sa pag-aaral sa ating university. Ito po yung tinatawag na FEU portal. Diyan makikita yung ating mga grades, schedules, tapos meron pa nga ako nakikitang button na e-book. Ano nga ba ito? Panoorin natin to for our top 2 perks and privileges.
What we've done is that we've chosen a few publishers. We've chosen, actually we started off with Rex Bookstore. We started off with one publisher, and they've offered maybe like 15 books, and then they've gone and they've done the promotion with the other publishing companies to promote their idea and to say that we're on board with. Is this making sense? To say that we're on board with promoting ebooks to the student population. So they have brought on with them books at Ibaba, and right now they're going for Mucha Publishing and C&E, and those are the 2 big publishing companies on for this campus.
So, how is the payment being done?
Well, there's a few ways to do it. One way is that you can go onto your student portal, and then there's a new button there that you can click on, and then it gives you your official textbooks the official textbooks that are available for your course, and then you can pay by Visa, MasterCard there. The second way of paying is through the bookstore itself. A third way to pay is, I think it's called Dragon Pay, where you through 7-Eleven.
So, do you think that the students are aware of this feature, or?
Well, we've done marketing. We've tried to promote it. We promoted it in the store and we promoted. The supplier has set up booths at the bookstore for the last 2-3 semesters. We've used the EBB. We put it on the Facebook fan page. We put it on the main fan page. The Advocate has covered it in with a couple articles over the past year. So if you have any ideas how to reach them more, I'd be happy to try whatever way that might be. I think it makes your learning, well, first of all, it's the exact book. I think it just makes your learning, I'm not going to say it's better than a book, but it makes your learning more, portable. Understand? You can have, like my nieces and nephews, like in the US, all their books are already ebook format. That's, and so they don't have, like when I grew up, I carried backpacks like this, and we carried our books to school every day. So to me that makes just your life easier. It's just a convenience. It's a nice convenience.
Ayun ang ating second privileges, ang e-books. Biruin nyo, hindi na pala natin kailangan pumila ng pagkahaba-haba sa FEU Bookstore dahil with just one click, talaga namang makakabili ka na ng libro dyan nga sa portal na yan. And now for our first privilege ng isang FEU Tamaraw, ito I'm sure hindi nyo to alam. Ito po yung mga free concerts ng PCC o President's Committee on Culture. Kasi nga FEU is a haven for arts and culture. Kaya naman panoorin natin ito.
There are many concerts that the PCC stages for the FEU community to take advantage of, and many of these concerts and performances are for free. It's just a matter of knowing what's happening and what's being performed in the FEU auditorium. For example, every May we have Musica Firopa, the only choral competition supported by the European Union, and we are going on our 7th year, wherein choirs from all around the Philippines come to FEU to compete. And they have to sing 2 songs, one from any Filipino composer and one from any composer of the European Union. Again, this is for free and it's on its 7th year. It's a fantastic opportunity to hear choirs, and it is really served to the FE community in a silver platter for them to take advantage of. So that's in May. Our FEU Chorale had their 10th year concert called Sampu. They also had Pasko sa Pio as our Christmas celebration for the FEU community. And then we also had Mula sa Fuso concert organized by the campus ministry chorale, our FEU chorale, and then also the different groups from FEU Makati, including the Tamaraw Artists of Makati, and even the IS Sessionistas to perform. And then our dance company had their performance, or a repeat of their performance from last year. They staged it in the first semester, and then they have had another performance called Ugnayan sa Sayaw, and that is how they closed the season. For Musica Firopa, we have our own website, and it's www.musicafeuropa.com.
Ayan, ngayon alam na natin ang iba't ibang mga perks and privileges nating mga Tamaraw dito sa ating university. Kaya naman, let's take advantage of this, mga fellow Tamaraws, at make sure to make the most out of our college lives kasi it will definitely help us in our studies. At marami pa tayong pag-uusapan, mga katamaraw. Kaya huwag kayong aalis dahil magbabalik ang Tam Out Loud.
Noon, wala akong kaalam-alam sa mga pwedeng gawin ng isang tama raw. Na kesyo may mga e-books channeling, mga library online resources pala na mga free concert, mga Kemerlu. At least ngayon, alam ko na may ganun. Usapang may tama!
Yay! I'm going to college! But what would be the course that will suit my acting, writing, and communication skills?
Skills? Your skills could suit my course in Far Eastern University. And guess what my course is? Bachelor of Arts in Communication.
Bachelor of Arts in Communication is a program where we train your communicative and critical thinking skills to be the best practitioners in the field of journalism, theater, film, advertising, and the new media.
Dito pa rin kayo sa Tam Out Loud kung saan kanina ay pinag-usapan nga natin ang iba't ibang perks and privileges ng pagiging isang FEU student. Ngayon naman, ating kakausapin ang iba't ibang estudyante na ginagamit ang kanilang karapatan upang ipahayag ang kanilang sarili sa pamamagitan ng pagkukulay ng buhok, piercings at tattoos. Naku, interesado to ha. Panoorin naman natin to mga katams.
First of all, ang unang pumapasok sa isip ko is it's very convenient para sa mga taong katulad ko na very, alam nyo na yung maano sa buhok. Kasi for us, yung creativity namin na-express namin siya sa buhok. So, parang dahil sa university na to na parang hindi nila kami nire-restrict na sobra sa pag-i-hair. So, mas na-express namin ang feelings namin and creativity namin. So, it helps na parang it helps us build na kung ano talaga kami at yung individually na kung sino kami, yun ang napapakita namin physically. Kung nakaka-apekto siya, masasabi ko actually it's more on the positive side. Hindi siya yung negative kasi although nakakakuha ko ng mga alam niyo na yung mga tingin, hindi niya naapektuhan yung school performance ko, which is nakakatulong pa siya sa akin kasi since iba yung appearance ko. So parang mapakita ko sa ibang tao na parang hindi ako yung sumisemplang na alam mo yun yung mukha lang tapos walang brains. So ang ginagawa ko, I strive to be the best that I can na kahit ganito yung itsura ko para mapakita ko sa kanila hindi lang para lang sa outer appearance ko to. It's parang for me, it's actually my motivation. Yun.
Yun nga self-expression tapos yung mga nangyayari sa buhay ko, masakit man o maganda, yun. Pinapatato ko, yung mga bawat tato, merong kahulugan. School performance, actually wala namang pumupuna o kahit na yung mga kaibigan siguro, pero prof hindi naman, okay naman, ganun. Sa totoo lang, hindi ko alam, pero feeling ko ginagalang nila yung bawat estudyante kung saan sila nanggaling, parang gano'n. Kaya kung gusto nyo magpatato, pag-isipan nyo kasi habang buhay yun, walang tanggal hanggang mamatay ka, nakadikit sa balat mo yun. Kaya ayun, mabuhay.
Hi, my name is Roxanne Hendricksen. I am 27 years old, first year business management student for Institute of IABF. Well, actually, nagbe-vary siya. So, with hair color, nag-start siguro ako mag-hair color since 19 years old. And then sa piercings, siguro mga 19 din. And then sa tattoo, first tattoo ko was 18 years old. Siguro the only time na naging affected siya sa studies is if may ginagawa ako, tapos meron bigla sa school, magtatanong na sa akin, "Oy, ano yung tattoo mo na yan? Anong ibig sabihin?" That's the only time, pero other than that, hindi naman. Actually, nakaraan, nagpatattoo ako ulit. Habang nagpapatattoo ako, nag-aaral ako para sa exam. Oo. Ayun ginagawa ko. Sa leg ko naman, sa kabilang side. Hindi pa tapos kasi matagal eh. So, ayun. Parang wala lang sa akin. It's just art for me. A different way of expressing art, a different way of expressing myself. So, kaya nagpapaganon ako.
Ayan, talaga namang napakinggan natin ang iba't ibang estudyante at nakita naman natin kung gaano kalaya yung mga estudyanteng ito at marami pang ibang tama raw sa kanilang pag-e-express ng kung ano ang gusto nilang maging itsura dito sa ating university. Pero ano kayang masasabi ng ating Student Development Director regarding this issue? Ay nagpadala po siya ng email sa ating programa dito sa studio. And I quote, "How you look does not determine how you will perform in class. This degree of freedom is a way of promoting diversity or respect for differences. College life is a time of young adults to express their preferences and identity. Studies also show that granting greater freedom engenders creative and critical thinking." Ayan po yung mula kay Sir Joven. That's the end of quote. Maraming salamat, Sir Joven, for that quote. So nakita naman natin na talagang dito sa ating university ay nabibigyan tayo ng kalayaan upang ipakita kung ano yung gusto nating maging. Nakita naman natin kung gaano kalaya ang mga estudyanteng tama raw sa itsura nila, di ba, sa loob ng ating eskwelahan. At para sa kanila, ito ay pagpapahayag lamang ng kanilang sarili at hindi naman nakakasagabal sa pag-aaral. Marami pa tayong pag-uusapan sa pagbabalik ng Tam Out Loud.
Malaya lang ako, kung malaya lang ako, ipagsisigawan kong mahal kita. Ay! Bakla, nandyan na pala kayo. Anyways, actually, sa suro, bat-bat man ako ng tattoo, naka-bleach man ng hereret kiss, at long hereret, at kung ano pang itsura kiss, at least, scholar at pumapasa pa din. Usapang may check! Tama!
Yay! I'm going to college! But what would be the course that will suit my acting, writing, and communication skills?
Skills? Your skills could suit my course in Far Eastern University. And guess what my course is? Bachelor of Arts in Communication.
Bachelor of Arts in Communication is a program where we train your communicative and critical thinking skills to be the best practitioners in the field of journalism, theater, film, advertising, and the new media.
Ayan, dito pa rin tayo sa Tam Out Loud at kanina nga napag-usapan natin ang iba't ibang perks na mga pwedeng ma-experience ng ating mga students at kung gaano kaliberal ang university pagdating sa passion. Pero ngayon, pag-uusapan natin ng isa sa mga seryosong bagay dito sa ating universidad. Ano nga ba ang tingin ng ating mga kapwa tama raw sa tinatawag na LGBT community o ito yung binubuo ng lesbians, gays, bisexual at transgender. Kaya naman nandyan si Luigi at umikot siya sa FEU para alamin ito. Panoorin niyo po ito.
Mabuhay! Ako si Luigi Dimayuga at ito ang Voice of the Tamaraws kung saan kukunin natin ang pulso ng mga Tamaraw students sa kanilang opinion tungkol sa mga LGBT people. Sige, samahan niyo ako. Sige, dito tayo. Hello! Hello! Anong masasabi mo tungkol sa mga LGBT people dito sa FEU?
Sa tingin ko, mga masasabi ko po sa mga LGBT people po dito sa FEU ay sa tingin ko po, parang meron pong equality kasi po, pansin ko po na wala naman pong nadi-discriminate ng mga LGBT dito kasi yung mga FEU students po, malawak po yung pangunawa nila sa mga tao.
Thank you! Sige, nandito tayo sa job fair at dito tayo magtanong kung ano ba ang tingin nila sa LGBT people. Sige, sige. Hi kuya! Hi kuya, question lang. Anong tingin mo sa mga LGBT people dito sa FEU, sa loob ng FEU?
Okay lang naman kasi may mga kaibigan din ako tapos mababait naman sila. Tapos masarap kasama kasi yun nga, makukulit. Tapos puro jokes.
Ayun, so masasarap kasama mga LGBT people. Hello, hello kuya. Anong masasabi mo tungkol sa mga LGBT people dito sa FEU?
Okay naman. Natatanggap na sila ng school, kaya okay, parang equality.
Ayun. Sabi niya meron daw equality, so thank you kuya. Kuya, pwede mo ma-interview. Anong tingin mo sa mga LGBT people dito sa FEU?
Okay naman sila, kaso may mga LGBT lang na cross-dresser yung sobra-sobra na. Sana hindi ganon parate. Tsaka i-clean nila magsuot. Yun lang.
Ayun. Sige, thank you kuya. Hello kuya. Hello kuya. Hello sir. What do you think about the LGBT people dito sa FEU?
They're very fun and, there are a lot actually. I mean, there's so many people na hindi mo inakakalang LGBT pala. And actually here now, parang sa FEU is known for that. Maraming LGBT dito, and for a guy like me na straight talaga, medyo mahirap kasi when people outside, taga-FEU ka? Are you LGBT? Parang nakakaano eh. Pero overall naman, LGBT people are nice and they're really fun talaga, and sila yung parang nagpapakulay sa barkada.
Ayun. Nagpapakulay sa barkada, so rainbow talaga. Thank you, Kuya. So far, marami naman ang mga positive comments about sa mga LGBT community or LGBT people dito sa FEU. At meron lang tayong mga konting negative tungkol sa mga transgenders kasi maikli daw yung palda, masyado daw nagiging babae na. But overall, a lot of them were saying na LGBT students here in FEU ay may equal rights.
Ayan, thank you very much, Luigi, for that interview. Balik tayo dito sa studio sa Tam Out Loud. Now that we have heard the opinions of our fellow Tamaraos about the LGBT community, now we are joined by some of the members of the LGBT community in the studio. And joining us this afternoon is Brandon Relleo, the new incoming president of SHE, and Ashley Relleve, and AJ David. Ayan, welcome po to the studio. Magandang araw sa inyo. Magagandang binibini. How do you like to be addressed? Anyways, bago ang lahat, matanong ko lang, LGBT, kayo ba, in your own personal opinion, how do you feel you guys are being treated around the campus here in FEU?
I think FEU is not really accepting the LGBT but tolerated kasi magkaiba yung acceptance and tolerated because if we compare to UP, I think acceptance is in the UP while in the FEU is just tolerated.
Tolerated to what point? I mean, how do you differentiate the two things? Acceptance and toleration.
When you say acceptance kasi dapat meron tayong organization na funded and recognized by the administration ng FEU. Kasi ngayon wala tayong ganung organization. Meron tayong tinatawag na SHE, which us, the Society of Homosexual Emergence, pero hindi siya recognized ng FEU. And right now, we have this FEU Spectrum by Ma'am B na kung saan pinaglalaban at pinupush namin na maging recognized na rin siya ng FEU.
Siguro it takes time, no? How about sa inyo ba? How do you feel about it, about this issue? About the acceptance or tolerance of the LGBT community in our university?
Okay lang naman. Hindi naman dito kasi okay lang naman kahit bakla ka or what, di ba? Kasi parang natanggap na rin siguro sa di ba?
And how about for you? Ikaw yung tinatawag na kumbaga parang transgender, dress in a woman's figure, di ba? Ika nga.
Yes.
So, sa'yo?
Yes, ang problema lang, parang sa uniform kasi medyo hindi pa nila tinotolerate kami na gumamit ng pambabae. Nakakapasok lang kami siguro pag hindi kami nahahalata ng mga guard. Kaya
nakakapasok kayo. Dito sa campus natin. How about ito, malaking usapin to, how about sa mga comfort rooms? Ikaw, lalo ka na, how do you deal with it? Where do you go? Sa male section ba or saan? If it's okay to ask ka.
Sa akin kasi, syempre sa itsura ko, parang ang awkward naman kung papasok ako sa boy CR. Tsaka, tanggap na rin naman ng mga girls at saka di rin naman nila nakahalata kung di kami magsasalita sa pagpasok sa CR ng girls. Kaya ayun, syempre, doon na lang kami kung saan kami mas matatanggap na comfort room.
When can you say ba that LGBT community has been accepted na sa FEU? Kapag ka ba may organization na inano ng FEU?
Yeah, if there's a recognized organization who will stand for the welfare of every LGBT, if we will celebrate a Pride Week like UP and other university, kung meron po tayong Pride Week, ibig sabihin po accepted na tayo ng community at buong administration ng FEU.
Okay, Pride Week. Speaking of Pride Week, I heard na even though sa labas, you guys have this private events, nagkaroon kayo lately lang ng isang event sa
Queen of the
SHE.
Far East.
Yeah, Queen of the Far East. Parang nagbalik siya ngayon eh.
Yeah,
diba?
after 3 years, with the help of the senyoras, yung mga alumni, and of course, na EJ, tinulungan na maibalik yung Queen of the Far East after 3 years.
After 3 years. How was it? How was saan to ginanap?
Sa Gota de Leche.
Gota
near
de Leche.
UE.
Okay. And you were part of it, I heard, di ba?
Yes, I won and second princess ako tsaka best in national costume.
Wow.
Masaya naman kasi minsan lang din kasi tayo makarinig ng gay pageant or transgender pageant sa
Na-organize pati ng mga from FEU. How do you guys feel ba pagka may mga pageants? Hindi ba parang na-objectify ang mga transgenders? Okay lang ba sa inyo yon na ganun? Do you feel happy with it? Confident about it? What's your take about having pageants?
I think Ashley can answer that because lagi siya sumasali sa contest.
sa akin naman, happy naman kasi syempre napapakita rin namin sa mga tao na kami bilang transgender, meron din kaming kayang patunayan sa mga tao.
So it's more of showcasing yourself and being eventually accepted by the society. Pero ano ba sa tingin nyo yung maaaring gawin ng mga tao upang mas matanggap yung mga LGBT people in general siguro? Pero simulan natin sa school natin.
I think understanding us, kung bakit ganito kami, kung bakit naging ganito kami, I think kung maintindihan nila na bakit kami ganito, bakit pinili namin to. Kasi ang pagiging member or part ng LGBT is a choice. And understanding our choice ay para...
You understand the choice in what sense? Na
Ayun
pinili
na nga,
nyo
yung
ito.
sinasabi
So
mo,
parang
ituloy mo
i-respect
yan.
kayo, no? Parang ganon. Pero how about ba, hindi lang naman LGBT community yung mga sumusuporta sa kapwa nila LGBT community. In fact, even straight people, diba?
May tawag namin dyan allies.
Allies,
They are the straight or heterosexual people na support and nakakaintindi sa mga LGBT people.
So parang nire-respeto kayo for who you are and what you
And
are.
they are with us in fighting our rights.
And any final message from the three of you to our guests who are watching about the LGBT community? Ano yung gusto niyo iparating sa ating manonood, lalo sa mga fellow Tama raw sa nandyan, nanonood ng Tam Out Loud?
So sa lahat ng, especially to the LGBT people and also to the straight people na narito kami, nag-i-exist kami at hindi kami mawawala sa part ninyo sa araw-araw na masasalamuhan nyo kami dito sa FEU at ang rami-raming LGBT. Kailangan lang namin ng tamang pag-unawa and respect kasi sa respeto nagsisimula ang lahat at pagkakaintindihan.
Ayan, maraming salamat sa inyo. Kayo, may gusto ba kayo idagdag sa sinabi ng President ng SHE?
Okay na, nasabi niya na lahat.
Nasabi niya na lahat. Maraming salamat sa inyong tatlo sa pagsama sa amin dito sa
Salamat!
studio. At sana nabigyan nyo ng kahit papaano linaw ang mga FEU Tamaraws about how they look at the LGBT community. Maraming salamat, Brandon, David, and Ashley. Okay, so there you have it, folks. And of course, here in FEU, it's very good to know that as we live in our university, we are given the freedom of choice. Sabi nga nila, ang pagiging LGBT, ito ay pinipili. So let's just respect them for who they are. And we are so lucky to be in FEU because we are celebrating diversity in our university. At ayun po mga katamaraw, magkita-kita ulit tayo sa susunod na linggo. Muli, para sa Tam Out Loud, ako si Nathan Sison. Bye-bye!